listening to the sentence, I was laughing for a couple of days after hearing your nonsensical story. This story made no sense. It was strange. Number 2, immense. Adjective, extremely large or great. Example sentence, the earthquake had an immense effect on the small town. This word is very common. Immense just means huge, big. In our listening, the immense downside, that is common term. Immense downside, a huge downside, the immense downside. It is used together with
downside.
The word downside a lot. That is something that I hear a lot. The immense downside. Number 3, to be better off. In a more favorable position. You are better off without anybody because of your selfishness. So this term, to be better off, can be used in many different ways. In those, there are 2 ways that I can give you an example that seems very common examples. Financially, it is used a lot when talking about money. Mm-hmm. I will be much better off. You will be better off with this job. You will be better off. You will be making more money. It is used a lot with financial things. Also,
only per person? How about the company?
Oh yeah, the company will be better off if they decide to hire 100 employees. If they decide to fire 100 employees, the company will be better off. In that way, you can use it for financial reasons, but also just be better off. It's a good decision for them.
Can we use be worse off?
I heard that.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Yeah. It's not as common, but they will be worse off. They will be worse off. Not as common, but I've definitely heard it. Instead of be worse off, a lot of times you will just say use other things. It will be example. If I make this decision, I will be better off. If I do not make the decision, I will be worse off. You can say be worse off, but I think other times we just use other things. I will not gain that. I will not be. We just use other things depending on the situation. Be worse off. The answer is yes. You can use it. Yes. Number 4. I wanted to give another example. Just another example. It makes me think of. You will be better off without me. Maybe someone is breaking up. Not breaking up, but breaking up or some action movie. They need to go fight some bad guy. I will hold you back. You will be better off without me. I will slow you down. You will be better off without me. Or it makes me think of a breakup. You will be better off without me. Number 4, recipe for disaster. Obviously, this is not really talking about food type of recipe. The example sentence, everything you did was a recipe for disaster if the CEO finds out about it. I can try to give another, it's always hard to give examples on the spot, but if you try to think of not just one thing, but 2 things, 3 things that you do. Your company, you hire an inexperienced CEO, and you are trying a new product at the same time, and you are trying to enter a new market. Like all these things, it is just a complete recipe for disaster. So it's usually talking about more than one thing coming together. Not just we hired an inexperienced CEO. That is a recipe for disaster. You could maybe say like that, but it's more implying many things are coming together. Because when you look at a recipe, it's usually many steps to a recipe. Number 5, he to pay attention to, listen to, and consider. The demonstrators heed the announcement of their leader in the, I wanted to find it in the listening, to heed. Try to heed their warning. Okay. And a lot of times it was also used with the word take, to take heed, to listen to pay attention to consider. It does not necessarily mean I will, if I heed your advice, I take heed, I listen to your advice. It does not mean I 100% will do what you say, but I'm considering it. I'm listening to it. I will think about it. Maybe I will choose another outcome or choose another solution. But I'm taking heed. I'm heeding your advice. I'm thinking about it. And last one, make ends meet. It means to earn enough money, to make ends meet, to have enough money to live your life, to not necessarily live comfortably, but to pay the bills and to pay for all your expenses. My mom is trying to make ends meet by working 2 shifts a day. Yeah, she doesn't. If just one shift is not enough to make ends meet, she has to do 2. In this thing, he is saying, I'm renting out my house right now to try to make ends meet. Just him paying his house by himself is not enough. He has to rent out one of his rooms to make ends meet, to pay his bills, to put food on the table is another thing we say a lot, to put food on the table. All 6 of these are very common words used in reading, writing, speaking. None of them sound strange to me or are uncommon at all.
Can you pick the most useful word or expression out of these 6 vocabularies?
They really are all common. Heed is not something I myself use that much, but I hear it. Immense is a common word, but that's very simple. It just means big. So 3, 4, and 6, the idioms, the expressions, they are all common. So you should know them. Those are probably the most important ones.